Hello friends, welcome to Solar Leveling Episode 2. In the last video we saw Sang Jin-hoon, who is a very weak Iranian hunter. He goes to a dungeon with his party members. But it turns out to be a double dungeon and the bosses get stuck there. As soon as a man comes near the door to get out of there, a huge statue from outside kills him in a single slash. Now, ahead. Seeing that guy die, everyone gets really scared and just screams. What are you saying? Do we have to fight them all? On the other side, looking at the Sangs, they are thinking, what about that guy? He was D rank and he was killed in one blow. This is really D rank, right? I have never heard of such a closer monster in Tanjin before, which can kill only D rank hunters in one slash. The party leader comes from behind in fear and says that all these statues here can move. This means that too, and then we are shown. You can see the biggest statue of the part, how big it is. Everyone is in front of it. Tavi Sangha feels something. He turns back and we are shown that the statue's peephole was shaking. The scene shifts. We are shown a bit of past scenes. He thinks this is not the first time I was in a life and death situation. I have lost my party members many times before this. It has also happened many times that the Iranian monster attacked me. Because of that I was even hospitalized. Once I did not even have food. I was trapped inside the Elbright, yet all this happened in low-level tangents. But still it was a matter of concern for my life. When a hunter gets an Essen stone after killing a master, he takes money in exchange for it and buys weapons from it, with which he can kill many more monsters. He can increase his profit even more. But I cannot do this because my mother, all I have is my body. Whatever I can do it only with this, if I get any serious injury. I cure myself from this. More is shown near him. Everyone criticizes him, says bad things about him because he is so weak. From then on, people started calling him the killer of all mankind because he was a hunter, but still he was of no use to anyone. He is a hunter only in name. Like this, the team kept on going. I did not have any skill, still I helped in everything. Sometimes it seemed as if my soul is about to come out of my body. That is why I noticed something. Then I look at that statue. Full light starts coming out of its eyes. When I see him, he gets very scared and says everything loudly. Everyone bow down. Everyone listens to him but is unable to understand. Then we see that statue. Beam starts coming out of its eyes like Superman, but this one looks much more dangerous than that. Now you can see for yourself that in every panel, the statue bows down, but we see that the place is completely destroyed. Even the stone has melted. We see when all this is over. Everyone is calling each other. Then we are shown a severed hand burning. Seeing this, Clear gets very scared. Then he says that if the Sang had not told us to gather, then I would have died by now. On the other side, Juhi is shown. He has to call Juhi again and again. He sees Juhi and faints out of fear. On the other side, the party leader says, everybody stay where you are. On the other hand, he tells Mr. Song that Juhi cannot bear much fear. That's why she goes in easy rates. Then the party leader, i.e. Mr. Song, looks around and says that only those who moved from their places were attacked. And why do I feel like this? Do you know anything? Prasong says no, I just sense the danger. Then he looks at him in shock and says, Mr. Song, your rest. We are showing Song's rest. It has been completely cut off. The hand which we saw burnt earlier was Mr. Song's. Hearing this, Mr. Song says, yes, I can sign this, but someone stop my blood. Then we see everyone start tying bandages on his hands. Then he looks at the statue above and says, I don't know what rank this statue is. Maybe not B rank, maybe even higher than that. Because if it was of B rank, then no B rank magic would miss in danger which can kill someone instantly. Maybe it is of this rank and not of a rank. All the rules of this temple are shown and Song comes to him and says, Mr. Song, we had read about the Jesus god of this temple. Maybe he refers to it only. That is why the entire statue is shown. Hearing this, the Song says that it is a matter of time, we will all be killed. Then we are shown a little scene from the past. It is told that these gates are such portals that connect us to other dimensions. These gates were opened about 10 years ago. Since then, some such incidents started happening which cannot be explained. Its example is that then after that, there were some people whom we now call hunters. They got permanent powers. I was one of them, but I got only so much power that I can call myself an A-rank hunter. I am stronger than a normal human, but much weaker than any other hunter. They go inside the gate and fight the monsters inside, but sometimes there are such terrifying monsters inside the gates, they frustrate you a lot. You start shivering in fear. That is why we are shown that statue simultaneously. You can see for yourself how dangerous it is. In the present, Sango says to Mr. You are still deleting. Hearing this, he says I have no choice. 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡𝐭? We will finish these people easily. That's why I brought only 3 healers. One got attacked and he has no name. The other one is sitting there out of fear. Even a B-rank healer like Juhi has never felt such fear. That's why healing is going to be very difficult. We shouldn't have done this, but when all this settles down and we find a way to finish all this, it's not going to be easy at all. On the other hand, everyone is shown. Everyone is very scared. They are crying. They are just saying that this danger of D-run can never happen. Sanghen starts thinking. According to Mr. Song, we will be attacked only when we move. Even then, if we are lucky and somehow reach the gate, there also a statue is guiding the door. This means we have no way out. A man is shown behind him. He shouts and says that now I cannot do it anymore. I do not want to die here. Mr. Som shouts at him and asks him what do you want to do, Hiroma, but he doesn't listen to him and says, alright, I can do this, it doesn't matter who I am avenging. I am confident. I am very fast, and then we see that he starts running from there at a very high speed, reaches the door within seconds, looks at the statue on the other side, the light in his eyes shines again. Mr. Song and Sang Hoon both get very scared. Then it is shown that he also gets hit by mosquitoes near the door, and within seconds he is completely burnt to ashes. Now we see only his legs escaping. Imagine what would have happened if this had happened in front of you. Same as the condition of this girl, she gets very scared. Everyone closes their eyes, punching the ground. He says, does this mean we can be killed anytime? When? It is his wish. Mr. Song fearfully says that he is killing us more easily than killing a mosquito. The group starts thinking, he has so much power that he can kill us anytime, but why is he not killing us? This is different from any normal magic. He keeps an eye on himself. On the other side there is a guard who attacks only when you are near the door. And this godlike statue can shoot light beams from its eyes as if there are some rules for attacking, and then he remembers, rules. Means does this temple have some rules? Then he sees the same statue behind him on which the rules were written and shouts to Mr. Song. Mr. Song, what was the fast commitment? Mr. Song is shocked and says, what is the first role? I think we should worship God. Song is cheap, God, and then he shouts at Mr. Song that this temple has some rules, but he starts going ahead. Seeing him going ahead, Song shouts a lot and says you are crazy, but Song goes ahead being very serious. Seeing this, he says that your eyes are speaking. There is still some hope left, and then we move ahead in the song. We see moving towards the statue. This statue does not attack every moving thing. The shape of the statue is still moving. He is also very angry. Then he goes ahead and bows his head down and thinks. The statue is attacking only him. Everyone who is taller than certain heights, bow down in front of the statue of God. Everyone gets very angry and starts saying, Joe means have you gone mad, sang Gina. Song thinks, okay, so you found something. Sang Gina says, yes, this statue is only attacking those who are taller than certain heights, so bow down in front of it. This is the first rule of this temple. Hearing this, Song says, yes, I also think you have done something. It would be good if this is not a swan and we have no other way right now. Everyone bows down in front of that big statue. Everyone lies down in front of the statue but starts thinking only this much in their mind. If we can be saved by doing this, and will we really be saved by doing this? The statue is shown and its fire slowly becomes normal. They look around, there is a lot of silence, but then something strange happens. They look at the statue and it starts smiling. Now you can see how creepy this movement is. Seeing this change in its expression, everyone there gets very scared and starts thinking, now what kind of expression is this? On the other hand, Jin-ho thinks that his expression has changed. But for how long will we have to stay like this? The man with him looks up and says, maybe the attacks have stopped now. Was this all we had to do? But Kim starts warning him, but he stands up and says that I told you, see, the attack has stopped. Listening to his words, we see that slowly everyone stands up there and starts saying that finally we did it. They were all having some fun when Jin Yuman thinks, no, not now. The ground around it starts rising and we see that the statue slowly gets up from its seat and puts its feet on the ground. Seeing this, everyone there gets very scared and starts saying, is it not over yet? Really, we don't have to fight with this statue. See for yourself how big and dangerous this statue is. Look, everyone is scared. Mr. Song shouts at him that he doesn't have any tricks now, to which he says no, not now. We see the statue moving towards them. The ground starts shaking with just one of his feet. Then he shouts and says that it has some rules. The first one was to worship God. What was the second one? You have to pray to God, this is the real key. Hearing this, everyone says, what is the price? Does this mean that you have learned to sing God's song? Then one of them says, why don't I try? I used to stay in the church and I am confident in singing God's song, and he starts reciting Lord's mantras while looking up. But after listening to its mantra or song, I get very scared. Everyone looks at the statue and says that it is responding. Another man says yes. I also feel that its movement has also slowed down now, but Jin Hoon fearfully says no. Praying to a different god. Then it is shown that the statue completely crushes him with his feet. His blood is scattered all around. With this, the episode ends here. How did you like it? If you liked it, please like my channel and this video so that I get motivation.
For more such content, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.